And go.
All right, so who likes LSD? Because I know he does, and I know I do, and I know all of you do, so we're going to talk about it a little bit. So LSD works in the ventral tegmental area, which is this little tiny area in the brainstem here, and it goes to all the cerebral cortex in the front of the brain. So, oh, that's the wrong color. So the way it works is it inhibits dopamine in those areas, and then that ends up causing you to hallucinate. So what happens is dopamine is orange. So dopamine comes down with the action potential and gets released. All that good stuff that we learned about in class a lot of times, all over. And there's these 4 receptors. They're not the only 4 for dopamine, but there's the 5-HT1, 5-HT2, the TAR1, and the D2 receptors that LSD works against. So you got this dopamine down here, and it's about to bind, and then LSD comes in, and it binds to the receptors in an inhibitory manner. Oh, that's it. There we go. And that makes it so these receptors basically don't do anything. Like that, the big X's, they actually have big red X's on them. And that causes you to hallucinate, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how that does, because, you know, science. But the inhibitory effects of LSD on dopamine receptors in these areas, especially these 4 receptors, are what causes the hallucinations.